Hey guys, this is Frozen Things Studios here, and I just want to wish you all a happy New Year to you all. Yeah, I know US people are gonna say that. Oh, but it's still that's December 31 in the US. Well, I live in Asia. I live far away from the US, and in my time zone, it's January 1 right now. I woke up just an hour ago, like feeling the New Year. Like I know things are gonna change. There's a lot of things that are gonna change, but to start off the New Year's date, let's talk about the movies that are coming out 2023. And there's a lot, and I mean a lot of movies to look forward to. Like, so much so that I could probably watch more movies in the theaters than ever. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that in my thoughts of 2022 list that I saw more movies in that year than any other year. I saw more movies in theaters. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, I got my New Year's resolution. Like one of my New Year's resolutions is that I won't overhype these movies. Like last year, I'm not gonna just blindly say, oh, this movie's gonna be good because I know it's gonna be. Like that was like one of my problems like with That's the thing too. Like I was kind of being biased. Like I said that I love these movies and shows just because I was hyped for them. Maybe could they be disappointments? Yeah, possibly. Anyway, yeah, that's why there's a lot of movies to look forward to. But is this year could this be as good as 2022? Well, I said 2022 won't be as good as 2021, but I was wrong. So I'm saying that I think that doesn't stupid neighbors. But yeah, 2023 might not be as good as 2022, but again I could be wrong because of like what happened in 2022. But yeah, let's talk about like there are definitely movies I'm hyped for, and I definitely want to share with you guys my excitement because I love talking about movies I'm excited for. But again, I will try not to overhype these movies. If they end up disappointment, then they're disappointing. But again, of course, well, most likely some of them will be hated, and I'll defend them. But again, I'll try to watch them with a more open mind. But yeah, um, without further ado, here are my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2023. But let's have five honorable mentions, and these honorable mentions are Scream 6. I'm a defender of Scream 5, so I'm definitely down for this. And even if there's no City Prescott, I mean, at least we have Jenna Ortega. Um, Ghostbusters Afterlife 2. Ghostbusters Afterlife is still my favorite Ghostbusters movie. Let's see if one can top it. Elemental. Pixar, I mean, it's a Pixar movie. What else? The Super Mario Bros. Movie 2. Yes, I'm more hyped for the Illumination movie than a Pixar movie. That definitely says something. And I know people will be like, oh, why is this not on the list? Well, because there are other movies I'm more hyped for. And last but not least, Nemona. I'm still like super hyped for this, more hyped for this than putting this in honorable mentions. It came so close to making a list, but the reason why it's not on the list to me is because like it's not really being promoted that much. Like they're not announcing anything. Like I wanted this to be released as early as like April 2023, but looks like we're gonna have to wait a little longer for it. But anyway, let's start the list. Coming number 10 is John Wick Chapter 4. John Wick has been like one of the most consistent action franchises. Like usually these blockbuster franchise would like have a bad installment, but John Wick just keeps getting better and better and better. I love John Wick 1 was was one of the biggest surprises of 2014. John Wick Chapter 2 was even better than first. I think John Wick Chapter 2 is slept on. Like I think it's John Wick Chapter 2 is underrated in my opinion because it's definitely not the worst John Wick movie. And John Wick Chapter 3 is my favorite John Wick movie, period. Now when I first saw the trailer for John Wick Chapter 4, I was like, yeah, this could be the best John Wick movie. I'm so hyped. Like I said that in my trailer reaction. However, looking back at it, nah, I don't looking back at it, I actually don't really see it right now. I don't see the potential that this could be the best John Wick movie. Could this actually really top the third movie as the best John Wick movie? Yes, but right now, maybe, I mean, I might say maybe, but right now, I don't see it. I think that's mainly because, like, the third film, one thing that made the third film, like, me love the third film is that, it has a girl power. There's, like, a standout girl. And even, like, the John Wick Chapter 2 has a standout female, even if she's a villain, she was definitely a standout. This one doesn't have a bad female character, but that doesn't stop me from being hyped for this film. I mean, Keanu Reeves is back. Donnie Yen's character could be a standout and probably could be the best John Wick villain since the girl from John Wick 2. She's like the deaf girl played by Rubios. And yeah, why are the disabled villains being the standout? I mean, you got a deaf villain from the second one who was a standout of that movie. and you got like a blind villain who could be the standout of this film. But I mean, I love action movie. This movie has it. This movie has the action, probably the gore and stuff, and the art and the hard R ratedness of it. And I'm definitely like ready to see this like on. And this is gonna be the first John Wick movie I've seen in theaters because I didn't really see the other John Wick movies in theaters. So yeah. Coming number nine is Creed 3. Yeah, I love Creed. I'm probably the only person in the world that loves Creed more than Rocky. Yeah, it's also a massive hot take. Creed 2 is probably my favorite in the Rocky franchise. I think Creed 2 is absolutely slept on. I think it's really underrated. Creed 2 is just so good. I will talk about the reasons why. I'll definitely review Creed 2 and the first one. Maybe the Rocky films, I don't know, but I'll explain why I think Creed is my favorite. Creed 3 might top it actually. Like I remember the first Creed 3 was when Creed 3 was first announced, I was kind of skeptical about it. I was like, could this really like live up to the first two? Like how are they gonna do this without Sylvester Stallone's character? And Creed 2 honestly felt like a finale to the Rocky franchise. They wrapped up Sylvester Stallone's character and looks like there's not much room for storytelling. When I saw the trailer for this, I was wrong. Creed 3 looks freaking awesome, man. Like Jonathan Majors as Damien could be the best opponent. Like I love this whole story of this, an opponent, like the villain like getting out of jail and going back to boxing. I mean, they were friends, but then he still hurts people. I think the trailer looks like an absolute blast. The runtime is a little concerning. It's 2 hours and 43 minutes according to Google. Again, maybe it could be shorter than I thought, but I hope the runtime doesn't affect the movie in any way. I'm still hyped for this movie, and I'm definitely watching theaters. And I hope so because I was gonna watch Creed 2 in theaters, but like it was only showing in my country for a very short time, and yeah. But anyway, yeah. Creed 3 coming number 9. Coming number 8 is my most anticipated DCU movie, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Yeah, Sally Mantle. Like I'm sure y'all know how much DC's in a ruckus right now. Um, yeah, I mean, James Gunn's rebooting DCU, and personally, I defend the decision for James Gunn to reboot the DCU. Um, yeah, because it really is. I mean, DCU was way too unstructured. I mean, I enjoy the DCU. I think it's a guilty pleasure, but there's no denying that there's like too much studio interference and too much like very inconsistent. So James Gunn is probably like gonna have his own creative vision for the DCU. I hope Warner Bros doesn't screw him up. Like they respect him, and I totally respect James Gunn. I like people should stop hating him for it. Like and should like give him a chance. I'll make in the future, maybe like before this movie or after, like sometime when this movie comes out, I'll make a video explaining why you should give James Gunn's DCU a chance. This year it seems like there's like more DCU, like a lot of DCU movies, but only two of them I'm excited for. This one and Blue Beetle, but the only reason I'm looking for Blue Beetle is because of Miguel Diaz actor playing as the lead role, but I know nothing about the character, so we should see. But Flash and Aquaman 2, no, skip that. Shazam! Fury of the Gods is no competition. My most anticipated the DC movies coming next year. I mean, I don't love the first Shazam as much as a lot of people do, but I still really dug it. This one looks better. I can tell it's gonna be better because the stakes are raised higher. I mean, we're gonna actually see the family take center stage in the story along with Shazam. But I think the main reason why I'm hyped for this is because of Rachel Zegler. I'm a huge fan of Rachel Zegler, and in this movie, I think she's gonna be the standout, and she's gonna be my new DC crush, like dethroning Wonder Woman. I'm definitely hyped for it, and sucks it got delayed. I could have saw it on my birthday, but yeah, that sucks. Sorry, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, yeah. Coming number 7 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It sucks that I put this low on the list. I think this movie deserves to be higher, but either way, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I'm still hyped for this nonetheless. Like I can see why it's a lot of people's like would put this higher in this like in the top 3 most anticipated movies of next year. But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 though, I think it looks like the best Guardians movie. I love the first two Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I'm a defender of the second one. I think the Guardians 2 is my favorite, and I think it's underrated. But Guardians 3, I mean, it's going to be something special. Because this is going to be like the final time we see these characters together. And we see these characters together. And It's gonna be sad. Rocket's gonna die, and it's gonna be an emotional wreck for a lot of us. And I'm excited to see what they do with these characters, how they end the Guardians of the Galaxy. So of course, there's no way I can't be hyped for this. The reason why it's lower than this is because there are 6 movies I think that has potential to be better than this. So, but yeah, that's for me. Coming number 6 is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part. Uh, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part One. I love the Mission Impossible films. It's probably like the best. Like my second favorite action franchise. My favorite action franchise is James Bond, but this is a close second because the Mission Impossible movies are so consistent. Like, yeah, sure, this had one bad movie, Mission Impossible 2. And the first movie, while good, it is really confusing. But when it came to like Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, it made Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol made Mission Impossible One Yesterday, and then we got Rogue Nation and Fallout. Fallout is the best Mission Impossible movie, but this could this top Mission Impossible Fallout as the best Mission Impossible movie? Yes and no at the same time. I don't know. I'll watch it more open mind. If it tops Fallout, I'll be happy. But if it doesn't top Fallout, I'll be okay. But I most likely it's gonna be better than Ghost Protocol and Rogue Nation. That's what I'm predicting. It'll be better than Rogue Nation and Ghost Protocol. But come on, it's Mission Impossible. You can't doubt Mission Impossible. I mean, I love action movies. Action my favorite genre. I'm definitely down for this. Tom Cruise. I mean, after Top Gun Maverick, which by the way, I 100% doubt this will dethrone Top Gun Maverick as the best Tom Cruise movie. And nothing that Tom Cruise will do will Top Gun Maverick. I love that Tom Cruise is like the most beloved star that even anti-SJWs love it. That's because like Tom Cruise is probably like right now like the most respectable to fans. Like he posts content that fans can admire instead of like trying to be mean to them like a lot of celebrities do. Cough cough Amber Heard, but Ezra Miller. Oh yeah, but Tom Cruise is just a great guy. And that trailer absolutely blows. Like I love that trailer, just so good. I understand why John Campea hates the trailer music for it, but I don't care. I love it. And yeah, so Mission Impossible. What else can I say that hasn't been said? This movie's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Coming number 5 is Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Now, yeah, I wanted to at least put this in the top 3. I think it should be higher, but like, I don't like. I'm still a fan of Christopher Nolan. Like anything Christopher Nolan would do, I would like probably put it like, at least in the top 3 or would be my most anticipated. Like Tenet was my most anticipated movie 2020. Like I remember, maybe the reason why Oppenheimer isn't that it's only number 5 is because it's not an action movie. But I love biopics as well, so I'm excited to see what they do with this. I mean, but come on, you can't doubt Nolan. Like, yeah, Christopher Nolan. Now I know like my cousins kind of salty about this, saying, like, oh, but this is a history. Why is this a history movie? Why can't it be an action movie? I get that, but come on, you can doubt it. Now, I'm kind of the thing that worries me the most is that there's gonna be another boring art house movie, but yeah, it's gonna be art house movie. But at the same time, you can't doubt Nolan. Maybe this will be entertaining. Like Tenet did have some slow paced scenes, even if I did give it a 10 out of 10. It used to be my favorite movie 2020, but then Soul took its place. The more I thought about it, Oppenheimer. I don't know this will. I would say this looks better than Tenet. Because yeah, first of all, I think besides Nolan directed this, I think the Statcast is what got me like a little more hyped for this than having Christopher Nolan as director, because he got Cillian Murphy as finally the lead role that he deserves, because he's a very underrated actor. Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, like you got so many to name. But I think the ones I'm most excited to see are Robert Downey Jr. and Florence Pugh. Like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. I think this could be his best non-MCU performance to date. And Florence Pugh is Florence Pugh. You all know how much I love her. So anything with Florence Pugh start with it, I'll definitely be there day one. But yeah, nothing much else to say other than it's a Christopher Nolan movie, and it definitely makes my top 5. Oh yeah, and I'm definitely seeing this in IMAX as well, and you should too. Coming number four is Dune Part Two. Now it's been like it's kind of like debatable if which one like people would put over one another. Like it's pretty much a battle between Nolan and Villeneuve. Back in 2020, Denis Villeneuve got more love than Nolan because they were more hyping up Dune more than Tenet. But to me, I was hyping up more than Dune 10 over Dune. But Dune ended up being the better movie in my opinion. So right now I'm hyping up Villeneuve more than Dune, more than Nolan. Even if Nolan is still a better director, no denying that. Like I take Interstellar and Inception over any Christopher Nolan movies. But I mean, I take Interstellar and Inception over Villeneuve movies. That's what I meant to say. Now, Dune, as a film that I thought was gonna be the best Denis Villeneuve film, but sadly, it didn't really top Blade Runner 20, it didn't top Blade Runner 2049 as the best Denis Villeneuve film. I think Dune Part 2 has potential to actually be better than the first film. Not only be better than the first film, but sorry guys for the noise, but yeah. Not only could Dune Part 2 be better than the first film, but it could also dethrone Blade Runner 2049 um, as the best Denis Villeneuve film. Like, I don't know where this is gonna go, but I know this could, but one thing I do know is that this could be like this is gonna like be more of the Star Wars meets Lord of the Rings epic scale that Villeneuve promised us. It's gonna be something really massive, something big, and like something big, and Dune. But plus, the first one was just a setup. Now we're getting to the main course, and we're gonna meet new characters like Christopher Walken's character, Lea Seydoux and Florence Pugh, and Austin Butler are like the three actors I'm most excited to see, and Zendaya like now, if I were to nitpick the first Dune movie, Zendaya was barely in it, but this one she's gonna be the main character. I think they're like setting up Zendaya to be like something special of a character, which is why she was barely in it because her character was being set up a lot. But that makes sense. But yeah, Dune Part Two is gonna be better than the first film. I am very sure of it. Um, and but it could disappoint. It could not live up to the first film, but I don't care. Um, I I said I want to be biased when watching these movies in open mind, like, but this one I know what to expect from it, and there's no way like it won't live up. Um, okay, coming to the top three is Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania. Yeah, it's a really weird choice for me to put this movie like as my like over Dune and Oppenheimer, but I don't care. Quantumania actually might be my most anticipated MCU movie of the year. Sorry, Guardians 3. Um, Probably also my second most anticipated. This is also my second most anticipated movie of Phase 5. My most anticipated movie of MCU Phase 5 is still Thunderbolt. This isn't even my most anticipated MCU project of this year. I'm slightly more hyped for Secret Invasion, aka my most anticipated show of the year. But Quantumania, the more I think about it, like the more it just gets high on the list. Maybe Oppenheimer and Dune and Mission Impossible could be better than this overall. But what makes me more hyped up for this is how like I'm the stuff I'm hearing. Like first of all, really dug the trailer. Out of all like upcoming 2023 movies, I think this one had the best trailer. Yes, even better than Across the Spider-Verse. This one had my favorite trailer among the upcoming movies of 2023. I mean, I really dug the trailer. Elton John music in it, like, and I love the whole like idea of like a characters being stuck in the quantum realm and have to get out and face Kang. I really dug Catherine Newton as Cassie Lang, like the casting choice. I think they made a right choice to cast her instead of Emma Furman, like as she was Cassie Lang in Endgame. But yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of Catherine Newton. I really like have a soft spot for Freaky nowadays. I have a soft spot for Catherine Newton, and I think she looks hot. She could be one of my crushes. In Phase 5. But yeah. And I think I already know this is gonna be the best anime movie. There is absolutely no way that this will not be as good as the first two. Like no way at all. This is 1,000,000% gonna be the best anime movie because I think this is gonna be like less lighthearted than the other anime films. It's gonna be less lighthearted. There's gonna be more stakes to it. Like what I said, I heard that the director said that it's gonna be an Avengers level threat movie. Like it's gonna have an Avengers level threat, and I'm definitely here for it. And usually the third films, usually the third films in a Marvel movie always land because you see our characters in a dark situation and like the worst part of their lives and they have to like get through it, like fight the demons. And so we're definitely gonna see Scott at his worst, like Scott at his most broken. um and also, yeah, and I'm definitely excited to see Kang in this. But and oh yeah, and also I should mention as well, we're gonna be having a Kate Bishop cameo. I heard that it's gonna be a Kate Bishop cameo in this, and I heard Kate Bishop's gonna have a lot of appearances in Phase Five, which is one reason why I am super pumped for Phase Five, because Kate Bishop is my MCU crush, and y'all know that. So yeah, I might watch Quantumania, most anticipated live action movie of the year, because my next two films, my top two, are animated. Um, Coming number two is Wish, my most anticipated Disney movie of next year. Strange World sadly didn't really live up to the past Disney revival age films like Frozen 2, Raya, and Encanto. It didn't really live up to those films, even though I still dug Strange World. I think it's really underrated. But I know Wish will be better than Strange World. Wish, I don't think it's gonna be another Strange World. I don't think it's gonna um, like fall behind from other Disney films. I think this could be the best Disney anime film like since Frozen 2. Or at least like I think this. I mean, this could go either way. This could actually be my second favorite Disney film behind Frozen 2, maybe top five. But this movie is gonna be a masterpiece, and this movie is gonna be something special. This movie is going to be released on the fifth anniversary, the 100th anniversary of Disney. Yes, I kid you not, 100th anniversary of Disney, aka my favorite studio ever. So if this is the movie that Disney chose for their 100th anniversary, then it's perfect. Like this sounds like the most Disney out of all Disney movies. Like the whole concept of it, like the wishing star and stuff, and it's gonna be another Disney Princess musical. This sound like the concept. This sounds like the most Disney out of all Disney movies, and I'm definitely here for it. Disney is my favorite animated studio. It's always been my heart, and maybe this could be my favorite movie of 2023, surprisingly. But yeah, either way, I'm down for this film. It's gonna be amazing, and I'm sure it's gonna be. I'm very sure it's gonna be mature as well, because that's what Disney's always been like. The best Disney movies always have. They've been mature, and yeah, Wish is gonna be amazing. I can't believe people put this in their least anticipated movies of 2023. Come on, guys, give this movie a chance. Like Disney deserves a chance, and please don't bomb at the box office. Like Disney's losing money now. Like, why are people hating Disney? Like Disney's like probably the most like. I'm a huge defender of Disney. I don't care what anyone says, but my number one most anticipated movie of 2023 is obviously Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Like, come on, guys. Like, y'all know what it is. It's obviously Spider-Verse. Because Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse is my second favorite anime film of all time, behind Frozen 2. And although it's not my favorite film of 2018 because Infinity War came out, Infinity War is my true favorite movie of 2018. Wish could actually be even better. Like, no, wait, no. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse looks even better than the first film, I should say. It could actually surpass the first film. Does it look better than No Way Home? Not really. But I didn't think No Way Home would top Into the Spider-Verse and something like this. So if this could top No Way Home as the best Spider-Man movie and the best comic movie, that should be a risk right there. But um, the reason why I'm super excited for this, the reason why it's my most anticipated movie next year, is simply because it's a Spider-Verse sequel. We need more Spider-Verse. Miles and Gwen, we need more of them. And I think this movie will have more Gwen Stacy than ever. And I'm happy to see that. Yeah, I love Gwen Stacy. We're gonna see more Spider people. We're gonna have a Tom Holland cameo. I heard someone say that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was in the poster, like hidden in the poster. And that's cool. Toby Toby Maguire's Spider-Man could also be in this. And this movie's everything. I love the trailer. Like, I think it's gonna be have an emotional bond between Miles and Rio. Rio's gonna get more of the spotlight as she's a very underrated character. And yeah, I don't see anything else. It's Across the Spider-Verse, and that's why it's my number one most anticipated movie of 2023. So also for my top 10 most anticipated movies of next year, what are your most anticipated movies of 2023? Or do you agree with the list? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my top 10 best and worst movies of 2022. Yeah, I know I'm doing it late. I should have done it like before the end of the month, but Definitely just needed like more movies to watch before them. But yeah, and I had our videos and other things to do. But yeah, I'm definitely doing it. So yeah, bye guys.